Hey, how's it going, guys? So today we're looking at a little bit of silver on the table here because I want to have a discussion about silver raids. All right, if you're a part of the silver stacking community or precious metals communities here on YouTube, you may have heard about the silver raid. I just want to give my little 2 cents on the subject. First off, what is a silver raid? The idea is that a bunch of people come together on one specific date, one specific time, you buy a bunch of silver. Now, there's different reasons as to why people want to do a silver raid. The biggest reason is somewhat of a silver squeeze. It's to change the price, try to drive the price up. And that's exactly what it's going to do, although it's going to drive the premiums up, not the price of silver. People on YouTube, some people are for it, some people are against it. I watch a lot of the silver stacking community's channels here. Overall, people are against it. There happens to be one particular individual that mentioned it. I'm not going to mention the individual. I'm not even going to mention when this is supposed to happen because I don't really want to encourage it. I think that it just has an adverse effect on the community, and as a lot of people who are much smarter than I am, who have been stacking a lot longer than I have all pointed out, all this really does is drive the price on premiums up. All right, so by going on one particular day, buying out all the stock at all these dealers. I mean, the dealers love it. I don't think they have any problem with a silver raid. They're there to sell silver, and if a bunch of people are buying it one day, that's great. But it's not going to do anything. No one on YouTube has, Wells Fargo bank money. You know what I mean? And unless you're spending millions and millions of dollars playing around with trying to manipulate the silver market, nothing's going to happen. What a lot of people are concerned with, which I would definitely agree with, is a lot of newcomers and a lot of people overspending. I understand how exciting it could be to be part of something. So if you have a group of people, like-minded people, in this case, stacking silver, and they're like, hey, on this day, we're all just going to buy a bunch of silver. It's going to be awesome. It's going to drive the price up, and then you can sell all your silver. Well, it just doesn't work out that way. And what ends up happening is people end up spending money they don't have on silver, and they get stuck with it. And sometimes at higher prices than they want to. And it's particularly bad for people who are new to the community and they don't really just understand it, so they get caught up in the hype. It's very exciting, it sounds awesome. And some of those people end up getting stuck buying a bunch of silver they can't afford, and then they're forced to sell it and they end up losing money. So although I totally understand the excitement and I totally understand how awesome it is to spread the word on silver and try to get more people to get into the community, I just feel like the purpose behind it is definitely a little bit skewed. There's definitely some alternative motives from some individuals, and I just don't agree with it. Now, the reason I want to touch upon this subject is because I make precious metals videos occasionally, and I have a lot of people who get really interested watching my videos, and they're still learning. They're still trying to understand the whole thing. And hearing something like a silver raid sounds exciting, but I just don't want anyone to fall victim into getting excited about this whole event and then dumping a bunch of money they don't have on silver and then feeling like they're stuck with it. It's definitely not a way to get people interested into the hobby, and it can hurt people. In fact, in talking about this with someone else, I had mentioned that, if you want to do something effective, you would just not buy silver for a while until all the dealers were forced to lower their prices because people weren't buying anything. But what happens then? The customers get a better price, at least initially, then it hurts the dealers. And why we want to hurt the dealers that we get our metals from? Because at the end of the day, it's going to bite us back anyway down the road when they raise the prices back up. So here's my advice on the upcoming silver raid. First off, I have to say that I'm not going to personally participate in it. The main reason is because I don't have money at the moment to buy silver. And that's a very important point. If you don't have money to buy silver, you shouldn't feel pressured by some kind of special day where everyone's going out to buy silver. It's going to be for sale the day before. It's going to be for sale the day after. It will always be for sale. So my biggest advice is if you don't have money to do it, don't do it. Secondly, really just ask yourself why some of the people who are pushing this is pushing that. Now, of course, everyone in the silver stacking community is always pushing the idea that you should invest in silver. You should buy it, you should own it, you should touch it, you should play with it. It's really fun stuff, and it makes sense. It's a fantastic financial decision. However, it doesn't have to be done on one particular day. Now, personally, I don't think there's going to be enough people to actually change the price of silver. However, if enough people get involved, you could see the premiums go up even higher than they are now. And at the end of the day, all that does is hurt us, the buyers. And of course, if you have no idea what I'm talking about at all, then don't worry, you're not missing out. However, if you don't own a little bit of silver, I think you are missing out. But I'm not going to tell you what day to buy it. You buy it whenever you can afford it. So that's all. thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.